Why are gamers choosing Linux over Windows in 2025? Well, it is because game performance is getting a lot better, there are fewer crashes and more speed. Especially because of the Proton support on Steam, it is a lot easier to switch. Because the system uses lower resources, this means that there are more resources available for your games. This means faster loaded times and less lag. The best gaming-friendly Linux distribution is Bayside or Pop! OS. Right now, over 80% of the top 1000 Steam games is compatible with Linux because of this Proton support. To test out a Linux distribution without installing anything, go to google.com, type for example Pop! OS. On the left here, go to this site. And this is the website of Pop! OS. To try out distributions for free online, just go to Google again, type distro C, go to this website right here, type pop, and after doing that, you'll find it here on the left. Just click on it once, and you can see that the latest version is 24.04, which is the one we saw on the website. So let's click on it. You can block notifications, and right here we are waiting in a line so you can use this Linux distribution to test out if you like it. If you want to try other one, go left above to this icon. With the filter, we can actually search for Ubuntu, for example, which is pretty famous. You also have Linux Mint. Sadly, Bayside, the one I was talking about, is not available. If you want to try out Bayside, just type Bayside in Google, and it's the next generation of Linux gaming. Right above, you can install Bayside. Scroll down. On the left, you can choose your own operating system. Your desktop. We can, for example, choose desktop right here. Then of course we want the best support for our GPU, so which one do you have? For example, I have a modern one, which is the RTX series. The desktop environment, you can easily choose SteamOS as desktop. If you didn't know yet, SteamOS is actually based on Linux. So if you like the Steam Deck, you probably like Linux. So right here, desktop environment, we can choose SteamOS. I really like GNOME, but maybe for gaming and all, KDE is fine. If you have a handheld system, you can actually choose that you want this Steam and gaming mode, but that's of course your own preference. I recommend the desktop experience. Right here you can see I have the NVIDIA Open Bayside. Let's click on it. Right above it will install, and it is gonna take a minute. It is 7.5 gigabytes. Right now we're installing an ISO file. An ISO file is bootable on your computer, and to boot this file we need a way to get it on your USB drive. You do need one for this setup. If you want to set up Bayside, you have to write it to that USB stick, which means the data will be removed. Make sure you have at least 8 gigabytes because it's 7.5 at least. Probably 16 is a lot better. If you have that prepared, let's go and also install the bootloader or the boot installer for USB stick. Let's go open a new tab. Of course, open Google again. And right here, what we need to type is very simple: Rufus. Rufus is great for making a bootable USB drive. Let's get started. Let's click here on download, and after doing this, you will find this exe file right here, but I recommend you get a portable one so you can easily remove it afterwards. Do note this one is of course for Windows. Let's click on exe file, the portable one, so we can actually get a folder which we can later remove. Right here we have the exe file, so let's click on it, and then right here click on no. You don't really need new updates if it's only once. Right here we have the portable version, and you need your device, so USB drive. I'll be right back after this installation is finished. And while we're waiting, make sure you subscribe to the channel. 99% isn't, and that 1% is very special, so make sure you have subscribed. While downloading, get your own USB drive very easily. I don't really know where mine is. This is a micro SD reader, but I'm going to plug in an external drive as to show how your Rufus works, So right now, plug in your USB drive into your PC. So after plugging in a USB drive, go to the downloads folder right here, and you can see it is in my downloads folder for certain. Sometimes it's a different location. This is why I'm showing you this. Right here, we got the disk or ISO image. So let's click on select right here, and then click on downloads folder or location where your ISO file is. And then right here, let's click on open. This will actually allow us to load it to the device we're selecting. Make sure you select the USB drive right here. And after doing that, the only thing you have to do is to click here on start. I'm sorry I can't find my USB stick right now, but I'm gonna continue with the installation. By the way, you're going to need to boot to your own USB drive. That means you have to know how to do that in your own BIOS. If you can't figure anything like that out, please contact me on Telegram, Milan Telt, or go and comment down below and I might respond to you. And with the open communication, I can easily help you with the BIOS. Every single motherboard is different. That means even if I show my motherboard right now, it's not really going to help you a lot. It can be completely different. So let's get on after you have booted on this USB drive. After you have booted for the first time, you might see something like this. Use your arrow keys to go up and then press enter. So right now we are starting up Bazzite's installation. You can see a lot of things loading. Don't worry, this is not hacker things. These are services that need to start up. And I'm showing you Bazzite because I haven't tried it myself, but it looks very good and it's very promising for gaming and all that. So right here, let's just select the language, which is English. And right here we have an English United States. Let's click on continue. Of course, what we first need to do is to select the installation disk, which is your own disk. Mine is this one. I'm going to select it. And after doing that, click left above on done. You have selected this one right now. And what we need to do right now, you can change user things if you want that. Let me just enter the password and everything. Let's click on left above and there you go. Let's begin the installation right below. This will now install Bazzite to your own hardware, your own hard disk. Do note before you start any of this, it will remove all of the data on your own drive. There is a way to keep your own Windows data while still using Linux, and that is called dual booting. But you might need more knowledge about the BIOS and also if the installation is simple enough for this to be done. With Bazzite, I'm not sure if there is support to get a dual boot. That means it installs next to your Windows, which Ubuntu can do. By the way, it has an option for that, install next to Windows. But otherwise you would have to back up your data or half the size of your Windows drive in disk management. It's quite complicated. Comment down below if I can help you with that. Just let this installation run. It might take a few minutes up to a half hour or hour depending on your own hardware. I'll be right back after it's done. So when it is finally finished, you will see this right here, complete, and now we can finally reboot the system. After doing that, you will see this again. Don't worry, it's just services starting up. But here we see Bazzite, and Bazzite is going to start up right now for the first time. While it is starting up, please consider subscribing to this channel. It will be helping out us a lot. Pretty much begging for subscribers right here. Bazzite. Of course, Bazzite is not the only option. Like I said, you also have Pop! OS, but Bazzite is way more optimized for gaming. I think very soon we can also get SteamOS on a random computer. Preparing system. Please wait, this might take a while. Just give it a moment, don't touch it, and it should be fine. After starting up for the first time, you will see this amazing login screen. Just enter the password you actually made with the user settings and you can log in. By the way, Linux comes automatically with controller support. If you didn't notice yet, they have a lot of drivers pre-installed. So I would assume this Linux operating system will do exactly the same. And just like that, you have successfully installed Bazzite and you can see Steam is already starting up. While Steam is of course the best support you can pretty much get, and this OS looks very friendly. Right below you also see Lutris, and Lutris allows you to, for example, also install Rockstar Game Launcher and play GTA 5 or Red Dead Redemption 2. Your favorite amazing games just like that. I do want to say I'm running this inside a virtual machine, which means that the performance is way worse. But if you have this on your own system, it has all the hardware support and will work very powerfully. And you can test it out in a virtual machine, for example, VMware, which is the one I'm using. To show you that I'm inside a virtual machine, I'm just going to close this window. It's called VMware Workstation and you can easily get it for free. Right here I have the operating system, which is pretty cool actually. So no, you don't really have to install it on your system, but if you really want to keep using it with GPU support, you want to install it on your system. Because the support, of course, on a virtual machine will not be as good as on a host machine, which is what we call it. And to thank you so much for watching and consider subscribing. But like I said many times in this video, it will really help us a lot. And comment down below if I should make a full-fledged tutorial about Bazzite. Bazzite is right now installed on my system, which means I can easily make a tutorial right now. just comment down below. I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.